Welcome back. We have some breaking news coming in. Air India has cancelled yet another flight, AI-159, which was scheduled to depart from Ahmedabad to London at 1:10 p.m. today. Well, the cancellation was prompted by a detection of a technical fault in the aircraft just hours before the takeoff, and the flight was set to carry over 200 passengers. So that, of course, is the update that we're getting with respect to AI-159. Remember, AI-159 was formerly AI-171. AI-171 is the aircraft that tragically crashed in Ahmedabad soon after takeoff from the Ahmedabad airport. It was renamed AI-159, and this flight too was supposed to take off at 1:10 p.m. and now it's led to a cancellation as well due to the detection of a technical snag. Let me in fact go across to my colleague Sabya for more on this. Sabya, just to remind our viewers, AI-171 was eventually rechristened AI-159. Is this the same flight that was supposed to take off from Ahmedabad at 1:10 p.m.? Was it the AI-171 that had actually crashed tragically on the 12th of this month? The same flight has now developed a technical snag and therefore has been cancelled. Take us through the details of what exactly has happened.
Well, that's right, Siddharth. See, it's the same flight after the tragic crash of AI-171. The Air India has renamed it as AI-159, and it's the same flight that was supposed to go from Ahmedabad to London, and the expected departure time was around 1:10 p.m. Now, as per the sources, we are getting to know that because of technical snag, the airlines had to cancel the flight because of technical issues, and more details are awaited in this matter. We try to contact to the Air India office as well. As of now, what details is coming out is that because of technical issues, AI-159 has been halted. The flight would not fly off to London, and it is the same flight that was supposed to go from Ahmedabad to London, and earlier the Air India has renamed the flight from AI-171 to AI-159.
Yes, the rechristening happened because, of course, AI-171 was associated with the tragic memory of that crash, and therefore Air India did not want passengers traveling aboard the same flight to be revisiting or reliving that kind of an experience. That was the rationale that was offered. But Air India leaving absolutely nothing to chance, Sabya. The very fact that this flight has now been cancelled due to the discovery of a technical fault. Also, this is another Boeing 787 Dreamliner as well. The airline leaving absolutely nothing to chance. It does not want to take any second chances whatsoever.
Well, that's right, Siddharth. See, it is another Dreamliner, and as far as Air India is concerned, it does not want to take any chance. If the pilot have a 1% of confusion regarding the flight, they can call it off, and that is the reason why, because of technical snag, the flight has been cancelled. And this particular message, very much strict guidelines also has been issued to the airlines to make sure that the flight taking off to any destination has to be absolutely 100% security check must have to be conducted, and this has to be find out that there is no technical fault. If there is only some amount of technical fault is found, the flight has to be immediately cancelled, and that is what we are learning from Air India, that the flight has been cancelled because of technical fault.
Right. So what you see on your screens, of course, is the news of the cancellation. This was, of course, supposed to take off from Ahmedabad at 1:10 p.m., much like the AI-17 flight earlier, and it was headed to London Gatwick Airport. It, of course, has been cancelled following the discovery of a technical snag. Savya, coming back to you once again. Now, when the Union Minister for Civil Aviation held a press conference soon after the AI-17 crash, he said that there are 33 Dreamliners that are part of the several fleet across different airlines within India. about 8 of them have already undergone one phase of inspection, and the remaining, of course, need to be inspected. Now, was this particular flight that was supposed to take off today, AI 159 from Ahmedabad to Gatwick Airport, among those 8 that had already been inspected? Any news forthcoming on that front? But before that, of course, Sabya, I'll just come back to you in just a short while. Some of the passengers who were supposed to, of course, take that flight to London Gatwick are also responding.
इंटरनेशनल में इंक्वायरी करने की, यहाँ से यहाँ, ये इतना हैरान हो रहा है. कल 6-7 हज़ार रुपये खर्च करके आया है और कल का खर्चा हुआ, कल भी कंफर्म नहीं है उसका. ये जनावर समझ रखा है सब पब्लिक ने, एयरपोर्ट वाला ने.
શૈલેષભાઈ ચતુરભાઈ શાહ ખંભાતી આયા અમે કાલના એરંડે हम कल से आया है. कल आज सुबह आया. सुबह में हमारे मैसेज मिला कि भाई वो फ्लाइट रद्द किया, 3 घंटे लेट हुआ है, 3 बजे कर दिया. 1 बजे की थी, अब 3 बजे बता रहा है. अब 3 बजे तो कोई मैसेज नहीं आया, पर वो अंदर से बोलता है कि रद्द किए है. तो हम परेशान होता है 1 घंटे से. वो पार्किंग हुआ है, वो पार्किंग का भी पैसा मांगता है, तो पार्किंग का भी पैसा कैसे हम देगा?
नहीं, तो अभी कौन जा रहे थे आपके घर से?
बच्ची जा रही थी मेरी.
कहाँ है
वो अंदर है.
क्या बोल रहे हैं, कब के लिए फ्लाइट करेंगे? क्या
वो तो बोलती है कि जो नाइट की है, पर नाइट की नहीं है, कल की है. और कल होगा क्या नहीं होगा तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा ना. इसी
accommodate करने को नहीं बोल रहे हैं जो पैसेंजर?
कोई जवाब नहीं देता है. वो एयर इंडिया के कोई टिकट और लेना ही नहीं है.
So, well, as you can see, there's a lot of anger and frustration among the families of the passengers who were supposed to, of course, board that flight to London Gatwick Airport from Ahmedabad. They were supposed to take off at 1:10 p.m., but following the discovery of a technical snag, that flight has now been cancelled. In terms of what kind of compensation would be paid to the passengers, etc., well, that's something that's still waiting. We're still waiting for some information on that front as well. But that flight, AI 159, has now been cancelled. It was supposed to, of course, take off from Ahmedabad and head to London. We have some more